This is an open public meeting of the Neptune City Board of Education in accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law 1975. Adequate advance written notice of the meeting was made by posting the board calendar of meetings in the main office of the Woodrow Wilson School and by delivery to the Coaster, the Asbury Park Press, and the Neptune City Municipal Clerk. As a courtesy, please turn off all cell phones and refrain from conversations in the meeting room. Mr. Folk, for the last time, will you please call the roll?
Mrs. Opegard.
I'm here.
And Mr. Cicino.
Here.
Mrs. Lewis. Mr. Lopez.
Here.
Ms. Mordaunt.
Here.
Mrs. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Westcott.
Here.
Mr. Whalen.
Present.
Ms. Tallman.
Here.
I just want to point out that at the last meeting, Mr. Whalen was sworn in, given the oath of office. After that meeting, Mr. Cicino and Ms. Tallman came to my office, and I administered the oath of office to them at a subsequent date.
Thank you. Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we have some presentations to make. First of all, for those in the public who don't know, at the end of the table is Dr. Mellish. I just changed your name. Dr. Mellish will be taking over as our business administrator. Currently, he's serving as an accountant in the office for the transitional period before next week when Mr. Wilk's last day. So, I'm going to use your table. Several months ago, Mr. Folk made it quite obvious to me that he wanted absolutely no recognition. He wanted to go out quietly. And I said, sure. And here we are. So this is a very bittersweet night for those of us on the board that have had the pleasure of working with Bill. And we have a couple things planned. And I hope he doesn't hate us too much. I'm bribing him with cake when we're done, because I know he likes to say that. So, first of all, Bill, as the senior member of the board, not the oldest, but the senior member of the board, I would like to personally thank you for all of your time, effort, and love that you've put into Wilson School. Most of the people here know that Bill has served as a business administrator for Wilson School for quite some time. However, there's quite a bit that the public doesn't know about Bill. So I put together, with a couple of conversations with Dr. Deb and text messages back and forth to Dr. Deb and Kathy and all my inside information people. And I decided to do it as a did you know. So did you know? And I have, I shortened the list down, because there were some I thought I shouldn't share in front of your grandchildren. I'm just kidding, there was none. So here we go. Did you know that Bill has been known to fix a broken sink or toilet in the school? He's quite a good plumber. Did you know that Bill has painted many of the walls in this school? He's quite an artist. Did you know that Bill is a hoarder? You should have seen his office before he cleaned out a space for Dr. Mellish to come in. However, that being said, if I said, hey, Bill, do you have such and such? He would go over, move 5 boxes, lift the paper, and hand it to me and know exactly where everything went. So he was an organized hoarder. Did you know that Bill knows every inch of this building? He has been on the roof. He's been in the crawl space. He and I gave many, many, many tours of this building together, and I always referred the historical questions over to him because he knows the date that just about every brick was laid into this building. He and I walked around this building when we were doing the referendum for this section. Anybody who wanted to see Wilson School and what we had and what we needed to repair, we brought them into the school. It was a Sunday afternoon, we came to the school. It was a night after a board meeting, we took them on a tour, and Bill and I were tour guides together. Sometimes he took people on his own too when I wasn't able to be here. Did you know that Bill once prepared a budget while watching his beloved Mets in the playoffs? It's true. He pulled a cart with a TV into his office so he didn't miss a game while he was working on the weekend or late at night. Did you know that Bill has an adding machine built into his brain? Anyone who has worked with him knows that he can compute numbers faster than I can punch them into my calculator. And sometimes you can see his eyes going kind of like this where he's computing them. Did you know that Bill has come to this school early on snow days and shoveled snow and chipped ice so that our children and our teachers and our staff can get into this building safely? Did you know that Bill was an all-star baseball player from Little League to high school? Did you know that Bill graduated from Wilson School 50 years ago as valedictorian of his class? Oh, they didn't know that one. Did you know that Bill grew up in Neptune City, in my neighborhood, in the Ridges? He raised his own children here and they all attended and graduated from Wilson School? Did you know that Bill loves easy cheese and Ritz cracker? It is his stress-relieving food during budget time. Did you know that Bill loves dogs? One time he came over to my house to deliver a packet back in the days when he delivered it and got down on the floor to play with my dog. And I'm like, hi, as he's playing with my dog. Did you know that Bill and Kathy love to travel and they plan a cross-country trip after retirement? Did you know that Bill has an ultimate sweet tooth? He once talked about a specific dessert that we had in Atlantic City for hours and hours and hours and still brings it up to this day. Did you know that Bill researches everything? Don't ever ask him a question if you don't want the answer in detail the next time that he sees you. Even he tracks, Deb told me this, he tracks people's flights. If he knows you're flying out, he'll tell you if your flight's on time, what gate you're going from, and what the weather's going to be where you're getting there. Did you know that he's frugal? That's a nice way to put it. I actually refer to him as Dollar Bill, which is exactly what we need here in Neptune City School. Did you know he's quite a foodie? He loves restaurants. He loves to critique food. He loves to talk about food. He loves to tell you what restaurants to go to and what food you should order in restaurants. Maybe you should write a food blog in your retirement. There you go. Did you know he is an unofficial Neptune City historian? I swear this man knows everything about this town and every person that has ever lived here. Did you know that he has worked with 4 superintendents? I've worked with all 4 of them too. Am I right? Just 4. Okay, I sweat that. That was when I was sweating. Did you know that even though he grew up on the shores of Shark River, he hates seafood? He's definitely a carnivore. Did you know that Bill loves his family? His wife, his children, and his grandchildren are his everything. There was not a time that we had to meet about something that he didn't share a tidbit about his kids, about his grandchildren, picking up his phone to show me pictures. He's looking forward to spending so much time with you guys, and that's what's important. Did you know that I'm going to miss him like crazy? This board is not going to be the same without you. Now, here it comes. I'm going to get through this. You have been instrumental in the success of this community that you love so very much, and a lot of people don't know what you do every single day. You've been by my side since I joined this board in 1997. Through good times and bad times, it has been so comforting to know that I had an ally that I could pick up a phone and vent to and get good, honest advice from. And I will miss you, and I appreciate everything. Okay, so that being said, now I can do some fun. Okay, so I have some things for you. So, in this bag, I have some surprises, things for you to enjoy in your retirement. A few of your favorite things, as well as some nice surprises. So first I have chocolate-covered raisins. Do not eat them all at once, or Kathy's going to get mad at me. I have an eyeglass repair kit. Bill breaks every pair of glasses that he brings to school. And even though you don't like those, even though you don't have to look at pages filled with numbers anymore, you're going to need those readers to look at menus and maps and places to go. Oh, this is really important. Here's a list of restaurants that offer senior citizen discounts. I told you he's frugal. Here's a Mets blanket to wrap up in while you watch your beloved team get beat by my Yankees. Here's some of the best chocolate in the world, according to Bill. Aldi's don't eat it all at once, or Kathy's gonna kill me. So I did some research for you, and I put together a little booklet, and it's a map called Bill and Kathy's Cross Country Adventure. It tells you how to hit all 50 states on your cross country trip, and I even put down the stops you should make, and you can organize them any way you want. So the next one, I need the rest of the board to bring up their piece. So I have some Ritz crackers for you. And easy cheese.
This will be a cross-country
If
trip.
you've never had easy cheese, it's in my opinion the most disgusting thing ever. There's no cheese involved in it. It's like a yellow substance. But it got us through many a difficult budget to go.
For the food connoisseur.
Yeah. I have a book titled "Retirement is a Full-Time Job and Now You're the Boss." And can I have the grandkids come up who want to come up and help? Because I have your retirement uniform. Here, come on, guys. Here, give us the copy. Go ahead. That's the uniform. You gotta stand up and hold it up for everyone.